What's up, everybody? Shadow Hacker back again from the Outerhaven, and once again, I'm talking about the upcoming gaming platform from Google. Yes, you called it Google Stadia. Now, this is not another attempt to beat a dead horse because A, the console platform streaming service is not out, and B, this is more of a overly concern about the upcoming technology because I'm a gamer, I'm a tech head, and I'm very concerned. So, as you know, PAX West happened last weekend, and Google brought Google Stadia to the event. I didn't know that, and I spoke to a number of people who actually went to the event and had some hands-on with the gaming service, and it's been very hit and miss. Some people said they absolutely loved it. The other side of things, people said it needed some work. They weren't really happy, and they were also concerned about the future of Google Stadia. So I want to take a couple minutes out and just discuss this. The majority of people who actually played this say they played Doom Eternal and they played Mortal Kombat. And those are two games that are very polarizing because one is a shooter and one is a fighting game that requires damn near light speed inputs. When you're playing a fighting game like Mortal Kombat or Killer Instinct or Street Fighter or whatever you have, input delay is very detrimental to your gameplay. If you hit a button and your move doesn't come out for like a split second later, or you block and it doesn't block, you need it to block, chances are you're going to eat a finishing move, a combo, a combination of both, and you're not going to be very happy. Which is why I was very concerned when they started announcing fighting games for Google Stadia, because Google has yet to show anybody outside of these gaming events, these I'm going to smoke and mirrors. I'll call them smoke and mirrors, that they haven't really shown us an actual person playing this. Sure, you know, we've talked to a couple of journalists who played it. We've talked to a couple of people who've been to events. But I think that should have been something that was more widespread. I really think that Google Stadia needs to have a beta versus going live in November, which is actually a paid beta because they're offering Google Stadia Pro for those who purchase it for like $150, and it's come out this November. Now, I happen to be one of those people who signed up to get one because I'm very curious, as I mentioned at the start of this blurb, this podcast, what do you want to call it, this short slice. And I've said it multiple times, articles over the Outerhaven. I'm concerned, but I'm interested. Now, when it comes to Doom Eternal, a lot of people said that it felt good. There was some delay, but it felt good. And a lot of people also said that the graphic fidelity simply was not there, which is also a concern. We know Google Stadia is capable of providing 1080p gaming and 4K gaming. Nobody specified if they played the 4K version or the 1080p version. They just said they played the game. And I probably should have asked, but I didn't. That said, the consensus I'm getting from that is that it played pretty good and that most people enjoyed themselves. Though there was like a handful of people that said, I didn't like it. It was sluggish. It didn't feel very good. And that's the thing with Google Stadia. Everybody's experience is going to be different because that's going to be based off of their internet and their latency. Somebody who's got a great connection, probably Google Fiber or Fios or something to that extent, will likely have a great connection. Then when people that are on DSL, satellite, they may have a less of a enjoyable experience because, again, that technology, that backbone, your internet connection, it's very important to playing Google Stadia. And I don't think Google has made that very clear, hasn't shouted that from the heavens saying, hey, your internet connection is very important to Google Stadia and your overall enjoyment. If you have a crappy connection, you're going to have a bad experience. No matter how good the compression is, no matter how good the algorithms are, if your connection is crap, your enjoyment, your experience, it's also going to be crap. And this keeps coming up and up and up and up. And every time somebody asks Google or asks Phil Harrison about this, he does his little dance and kind of avoids the question. And it's bothering me. I mean, we're in September now. We've got September, October, November, and then it's finally out. So 3 months and Google Stadia Pro is out, and I'll be putting through the test. And Diego from the Outerhaven will also be putting through the test. However, I'm still concerned. And I've said this multiple times during this recording, and I apologize, but that's my experience. That is my overly concerned. I don't know what to expect with this. And I was hoping that coming out of PAX West, that the overall consensus of Google Stadia would be better than what it has been in the past. You know, Google's had some time to work on this, and I was hoping people would say, you know what, it was bad in the past, but it's great now. You shouldn't worry about it. It's awesome. But that's not what I'm hearing. And the fact that multiple people have had different experiences at PAX West when it should have had a set internet connection, and it should have been the perfect environment for testing, for showing off the platform, and for people to come back and say, yeah, I didn't really like it, or yeah, it was good, but this was odd, or I really loved it. It should have been, this is great, but it wasn't. Hence my concerns yet again. And again, I'm not here to beat a dead horse. I really want Google to succeed, but we all know every time there's 4 companies in a gaming race, that one of them always drops out. Nintendo, Sega, Sony, Microsoft. Sega dropped out. Atari dropped out at one point in time. Ouya tried to be an entry in there, even though Ouya didn't really have the muscle. They tried, and Ouya died within a couple months of it being out there. So it's Sony, Microsoft, and Xbox. There has never been a 4th horse in this race. And if there has been, they dropped out. They don't last very long. And things aren't looking too good for Google. Not to mention, they have only showed us games that we're getting on other platforms. Now, for me, and I get it, the messaging is not there, but Google Stadia is not for a conventional gamer. It's not for me who has high-end PCs, an Xbox One X, and a PlayStation 4. It's not for me. Unless I'm on my way to an event, I'm going to my mom's house or a friend's house that don't have a gaming console and I want to play games on the downtime, then great, as long as I have the internet capability. Because if I don't, like if I go to PAX East, which always has crappy internet connection to hotel because hotels have shitty internet connections, then my experience is not going to be great, which I'll be testing when I go to PAX East in February 2020. Is it February or March? I don't know. They haven't really officially announced it. But that said, I would love to know what you think about Google Stadia. Everything that you've read so far, everything you've heard so far, and if you've also played it, please get in touch with us. I want to know more about this. Only talking to about 20-some people is not enough, and I haven't had a chance to get any hands-on because I've not been in any location that has any hands-on Google Stadia, but I really want to see how this is. And come November, again, I'll have a lot of hands-on because I'll have my unit, hopefully. Promise this is the last time you hear from me about Google Stadia until November rolls around, all right? And if you like this, why not leave a comment below? May not subscribe to the channel, help us grow. We're a small YouTube channel, but we're trying to get there. And also check out the great interviews and reviews and stories over at Outerhaven.net.